Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, this issue of the military choppers, since April to date has been the talk of the town. There is a story that was shared, I think yesterday, regarding reason why GACHAGUA has been missing in State House events. What is shocking is that almost 11 events GACHAGUA skipped. So there's a story that is being foiled here. It's a story regarding a certain Friday, I think it was last week on Friday, where it's alleged that GACHAGUA had requested for a military chopper. But word on the ground was that Rigathi was denied usage of that chopper, and as a result, Rigathi could not travel or could not attend to the event that he had planned for. I think that day was on the holiday that William Ruto had given Kenyans to plant trees. So that day, it's alleged that Rigathi was denied access to the helicopter. And then what followed was that there were other attempts by Rigathi's handlers to secure a private chopper. Again, the farm that was approached, I don't want to mention that farm here, but the farm that was approached demanded upfront payment. Why? Because that farm said that the government will not pay. So I want us to go to this story extensively and try to establish who could have issued the directive to deny GACHAGUA a chopper and why that could have taken place. But before you do that, please like this video to enable YouTube to share it to other people not part of our audience. And if you are an existing subscribers, thank you so much for making this channel grow, because without you, this channel cannot grow. Part of the reason that I suspect this order could have been put in effect is the issue of Ogola's chopper crash. When Ogola succumbed to the crash, there was allegation that the chopper that he was to use was swapped with another chopper, a chopper that was faulty. So it's in the wake of this realization that could have taken place, the swapping of choppers, because those people who propelled or fueled that rumor was that chopper that Ogola was supposed to use was used by Rigathi. I am not sure about that, but that is what was circulated. Probably because maybe the function that Rigathi was attending required maybe that kind of chopper. So that could have been the reason why he seized that chopper to use it. So, and then what happened, the chopper that Ogola used ended up having an accident, and the rest is out there in the public domain. So in the wake of this new realization that Rigathi was denied access to a military chopper, one thing that I can make out of this reality is that maybe the CDF could have issued a directive that no politician is supposed to use a military chopper because of what happened. Because probably they are apportioning blames to someone or to some individuals or to some quarters that could have been the reason why that crash happened. Who could have done this? Let's also look at this matter from the other side of the coin. Let us say, for example, that GACHAGUA is now being frustrated. And if there is any frustration that is taking place, then it has to be from the State House. Let's just say that Rigathi is being frustrated now because of that realization. They are looking at ways of making him feel belittled. I mean, so that he can start complaining, just like William Ruto did when he was with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So maybe someone wants GACHAGUA to speak up. Because to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, ever since they took power, Rigathi has been playing the loyal person to William Ruto, never disclosing his cards, even going to an extent of stomaching any criticism on him. So they have been trying to look for a way to have him probably, publicly fall out with Ruto, and that has not taken place. Could it be that some State House operatives were behind this tribulation of Rigathi? Because if you go online now, people seem to be talking about what has befell Rigathi Gachagua, how he is now being belittled. Well, if that is the case, then someone could be pushing a narrative here. I would have expected someone like Dennis Itumbi to talk about this matter. But you see, Dennis Itumbi is mum over this matter. So that explains why people like Dennis Itumbi feel now shortchanged, in this government. Also, if you look at Museveni's case, how Raila Amolo Odinga had to see off Museveni. The person who would have been expected to do that was Rigathi Gachagua or William Ruto, because Museveni is the head of state of Uganda. But if Raila Amolo Odinga was given that, that opportunity to see off Museveni, and if you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, you find that there was Kipchumba, he was there. So what does that mean? It simply means that someone is being sidelined. I foresee a scenario where Rigathi Gachagua is now publicly being sidelined. And I agree with this narrative, because even if you look at the way he was responding to the issue of one man, one vote, one shilling, and also showing indications of siding with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, all this cannot sit well with the faction of UDA. So the truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, is that Rigathi is now being sidelined. There is also another story that has been trending about two factions existing in the Ruto government. One faction is one that is controlled by Rigathi, has Moses Kuria, has Moses Wetangula in it, and probably Amason Jeffer King in it, and some other politicians. There is another faction that is slowly aligning itself around Musalia Mudavadi. This Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi cannot be on the same faction, because one of them wants to become the de facto leader of Western, and wants to have a very senior position in the next government. That is, if at all this government still goes beyond 2027, and if at all in 2032 there is an election and they win, they have those kind of ambitions. Even though we know that that might not happen, because Kalonzo Musyoka is working behind the scene and trying to position his card as well, so that by the time he decides to hit, he shall have it should be a sure bet. So personally, I'm looking at this issue of helicopter denying Rigathi Gachagua a military chopper. If that is the case, assuming these facts are confirmed, if that is the case, then the only explanation is that Rigathi is being frustrated, so that he can at least attack William Ruto, so that he can at least attack some people within the UDA, so that these people in UDA can have a reason to now attack Rigathi Gachagua back. So personally, I'm looking at this matter from that perspective. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but just go below the comment section and you can offer your reaction regarding this matter of Rigathi being denied a military chopper. What do you think could have sent or could have issued that kind of directive? It must be someone from the State House. If that person issued a directive, how was it implemented? It could have been shared with the CDF, who could have advised his juniors to not to allow it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this realization? So perhaps if you're watching this video and do not subscribe, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.